This week at the national matches, Canadian wildfire smoke closes Camp Perry. Then the centerfire pistol NTI and NTT matches are fired, and we'll talk with Steve Huff of Accuracy X. Then there's action on the Smallbore range. We'll meet a woodworker who makes custom rifle stocks and a group from North Carolina that brings outdoor cooking to the next level. Plus, the high-power range aggregate gets underway, and that means our own Serena Juknowski heads to the line. It's all this week in the CMP National Matches Update Show. Welcome to the Civilian Marksmanship Program's weekly update from the national matches, Episode 2. This week, the news: the Canadian wildfire smoke puts the matches on hold.
Hey everyone, Ashley here with the CMP. I just want to give you a quick look into what we're experiencing here on Camp Perry so you can see why we absolutely had to cancel the matches, which was a decision we made in cooperation with the Ohio National Guard. The more than 800 wildfires burning across Canada have now seeped down into the United States, including here in Northwest Ohio. An air quality index of over 301 is considered hazardous. While the smoke was in the atmosphere around Camp Perry, the AQI reached over 700, making it difficult to be outside for any extended amount of time. But the smoke has since left the area, and we've been able to get back to business as usual. John, back to you.
The delay caused the 2,700 aggregate match to be shortened to 1,400 for this year. The winner receives the Steve Ryder Trophy, and that goes to Jonathan Shue. Here are the rest of the category winners. The President's 100 match was not affected by the delay. Serena Juknowski has the story.
I'm here on Range 3 for the last day of the National Trophy Pistol matches. Today is the prestigious President's 100, the National Trophy Individual, and the National Trophy Team match. Also, upon competitor request, the EIC Revolver match from a few days ago has been rescheduled to today. It's a bit windy out here, which is a very welcome change from all of the smoke that had settled on Camp Perry, but it's going to make for some very interesting long line scores.
I'm Sergeant First Class Chris Swank with the Army Reserve Marksmanship Unit. This year, the Service Pistol Team have 12 competitors. We were able to get 2 more team members that's earned their President's 100.
Well, the President's 100 tab is a personal goal of many military and civilian competitors. The results of the President's 100 and NTI are often used by teams to figure out who their firing members will be.
My name is John Van Swearingen. I'm a bullseye pistol shooter from Raleigh, North Carolina. As you can see, P100 and NTI have been rough shooting for us, for everybody out here. It's been extremely windy. I was mostly successful with the goals that I had set out for myself during the President's 100. Struggled a bit managing wind, as we can see, during the rapid fire. This year is the first year that the CMP has broken down the National Trophy team matches into an open Gold Cup category and then a separate match for the Civilian State Association teams. For the past 2 years, I've competed on the North Carolina State Association team that has won the Oglethorpe Trophy. That's the trophy for the highest Civilian State Association team. And in that role, I was the new shooter. A new shooter gets burned and becomes an old shooter after 2 years. So this year was the first time that I really had to compete with some fantastic, excellent shooters to earn a spot on the team as an old shooter?
Hey, I'm Adam Kopstein from captain of Team Rock River. This is our second year out as a title sponsor team. Chuck Larson from Rock River has been supporting the sport for decades. He's been coming out, this is his 30th year in business, and he's been supporting national matches for as long as he's been in business. Mark Larson, as Chuck's brother, they formed Rock River Arms. And Philip Hemphill was shooting Rock River Arms for many years. He is national champion multiple times. And we've dedicated our jerseys to the memory of Mark and to Philip. And we have some shirts that we've made, team shirts, to commemorate them. And if you come by the shop, you can see the jerseys with their names on them. We've got a couple of targets that we put up from each of our shooting members. You can come see all our clean targets and some of our successes.
Back to you in the studio.
The wind at Camp Perry is legendary. Here are your P100 results. And again, Jonathan Shue is the top overall. High woman is Lisa Emrit Traciak. High senior is Nestor Pena. And the junior president's pistol title goes to Dakota Beninati. Finally, the junior individual pistol match and the GP Defino trophy goes to Tyler Klein, with the .22 rimfire pistol junior aggregate going to Dakota Beninati. And the junior team trophy match win, along with the Riding the High Places trophy, go to the New Jersey Junior 1. Now to the national trophy individual pistol match results, also known as the NTI. The General Custer Trophy goes to Keith Sanderson, and so does the Citizens Military Pistol Trophy, awarded to top civilian, and Keith also receives the High Veteran Award for the match. First Lieutenant Lisa Emrit Traciak takes the Women's Trophy and the National Guard Association Trophy with her .275 and 9X. The High Air Force competitor gets the Curtis LeMay Trophy. This year, it's Grant Defenderfer. Friend of the show, Christopher Moose Limming takes the U.S. Army Reserves Memorial Trophy, and Jack Ragsdale takes the Senior Pistol Trophy. There were 19 legs awarded to non-distinguished pistol shooters towards their Distinguished Pistol Shot badge. The cutoff was .252 with 3X. Now, to the President's and NTI aggregate. Lisa Emrit Traciak takes the Rose Krelstein Trophy for a 7th time, matching the record number of wins held by Judy Tant. The Aubrey Smith Memorial Trophy goes to the USAMU's Walker Buckman. And finally, the overall service pistol aggregate top 3 looks like this. To have success at this level takes dedication and accuracy. And that gets us to this week's Vendor Spotlight with Steve Huff and Accuracy X.
Accuracy X is a maker of high-end custom firearms. We specialize in handguns and long guns as well, and we also have a proprietary sight system that we license to other companies. In addition, we use it ourselves. We're an 07 manufacturer. The brunt of our business is handguns, so we make wide-body, double-stack, 1911 style pistols, and also customized striker fire pistols. And we do long guns occasionally, but we're really known for two things: making the world's proven most accurate pistols, and we make a sight system called the multi-sight system that's extremely versatile and very popular in the industry. I started out as a competitor. I think this is the 120th year that Camp Perry's organized matches have happened here. I've been lucky enough to be here 30 of those 120 years, and this is my 30th year as a competitor. This is sort of where we started. Accuracy X started out as a bullseye-focused company that made precision pistols for bullseye, action pistol, PPC. We've branched out quite a bit from there. I still compete. I've been on the range all day, and it's still just it's a cool place to come. AccuracyX.com. We're easy to find online. We have a lot of social media that you can find. One of the things that most people enjoy is we do our test videos of our accuracy, and you can find that on all the major social media platforms.
Now we turn our attention to the National Trophy Pistol Team results, better known as the NTT for short. The Gold Cup trophy goes to the high overall team. This year, it's the USAMU Blue. The U.S. Coast Guard Memorial Trophy goes to All Guard Red, and the National Trophy at Large team goes to Cabot Guns. The National Oglethorpe Team Match Trophy goes to California Rifle and Pistol Association Scarlet, and the overall at large team is the Maryland State Rifle and Pistol Association team. The Law Enforcement Trophy Team Match awards the American Indian Trophy. This year, it's the Montana Police and Border Patrol. And the at-large winner there is the U.S. Coast Guard with a 5, 10, and 6X. Now it's the NTI and NTT aggregate trophies, awarded to the high individual for his or her part in the NTT and their match score in the NTI. The Anheuser-Busch Trophy goes to the high civilian, that's Travis Jorgensen. The Fleet Admiral Nimitz Trophy goes to the high Navy competitor. The General Patton Trophy is awarded to the high active duty Army. And the William McMillan Trophy goes to the high Marine Corps. Now to the high individual trophies from the NTT. The Military Police Corps Trophy goes to the high overall, and the General Mellon Trophy goes to the high Army competitor. In both cases, it's Staff Sergeant Jason Gregoire. The General Carl Spatz Trophy goes to the high Air Force competitor. That's Captain Alexander Kalaj. And finally, here is the honorary National Pistol Team. The 4 highest scoring civilians from the NTT, as well as the captain and coach from the highest scoring teams, are assembled and all receive the Elihu medals. The month-long endeavor that is the national matches brings out some of the best shooters in the world, and at the same time allows for some creative solutions for endeavors like eating. Serena has the story of a group from North Carolina that brings everything, including the kitchen sink.
So I started shooting here in 2013. My brother had been shooting 10 years before that. And we have team dinners, for the North Carolina team every year. And, I kept complaining to them. I said, what is this? We're doing burgers and brats. We're North Carolina. Let's have some barbecue. So last year, our coach asked me, he said, well, you got the grills and you barbecue. Why don't you bring some grills? So I loaded up 2 grills and we ended up barbecuing for 4 days, and it's become a thing. And this year we did it again and we did the whole setup. This year we even brought literally the kitchen sink. But we cooked 4 days. We did pulled pork and some sides. We did ribs, we did some chicken, and we finished it off last night with brisket. And everybody seems to enjoy it. Keeps us together more, and we really like that, because instead of having one night where the whole team's together, pretty much all week we're staying together, and then we're inviting other people in. It's pretty much open house, and it keeps everybody just the camaraderie, and that's kind of what Perry's all about and why we keep coming back. I judge for KCBS barbecue competitions worldwide, travel around, and I've gotten to know a lot of the pro barbecue guys really well. And so, I ask them questions about how do you do this and why do you do this, and they've helped me kind of perfect the skills of it. And then the sauces and rubs that we actually used this week was from a multi-time grand champion, and he decided to market his product, so he's packaged it up and he's selling it, and I was the first person to bring it into my store. And he donated all of the sauces and rubs for this and gave me some recipes and said to try them out, and that's what everybody ate this week.
Now we turn to the results from the Gary Anderson Competition Center and Smallbore ranges. In the Smallbore and Airgun Championships, it's Sage and Madalena, a full point over Ivan Rowe. The 3-position team championship overall goes to the USAMU, and the category winners look like this. Here are the Air Pistol Open Championship final top 3, and here are the Junior Championship top 3. In the Air Pistol Team Championship, the top open team is 5 Rings Performance Uno. The top junior and club team is Nova Sharpshooters Red. And top state association team is MRPA Gold. And in the Air Rifle 2-member elimination team match, here is your podium. Now to the Smallbore ranges, and Ashley Dugan has a unique story.
I had the chance to catch up with a competitor on the range this week who got into Smallbore about 15 years ago. He loves to compete, but outside of his marksmanship skills, he crafts even more than that to stand out on the firing line.
Now with 7 different ones designed for himself and other clients within his list of completed projects, including Norma Jean and Black Widow, he knows how to use his lifelong expertise in woodworking to give his rifles a little character.
Hi, my name is Scott Rhodes. I'm from Summers Point, New Jersey. I'm a professional woodworker. This is 50 years deep now. I started the week I graduated from high school and haven't looked back. So when I started shooting, I had to start making stocks. This, as you can see, is Groot, named after Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's made from reclaimed white oak. It was salvaged out of a building that was taken apart and cut down back into timber to make products out of. The material, if I had to guess, is 150 years old in the stock, and I designed it to save all the cracks, checks, breaks, nicks, the rot in the handle and the grip. It's just something that I wanted to look old. Howard Pitts from Pitts Precision put the barrel on it, told him I wanted it sandblasted because I didn't want it looking shiny and new, and everything else matches all the on-shoots precise parts. This is Miss Jessica. As you can see, the stock is red, so we had to have a red head for the empty chamber indicator. Jessica Rabbit is the obvious choice. This is made in Eastern red cedar. It was purposely picked to have the knots and marks in it. This one I wanted polished, since Miss Jessica is a polished person. Since we had to match Miss Jessica, we had to put the cheek piece in the same blue to match her gloves, of course. It's just a ton of fun.
Each one is a functional, one-of-a-kind art piece. Thanks, Ashley, for the story. Now we turn to the 6400 Smallbore aggregate. Open winner Joseph Hahn dropped only 17 points for the entire match. Amazing. Samuel Pagliari wins F-Class. Top junior is Dominic Boliva, and his coach, Abigail Donovan, is High Woman for the match. And Dominic Boliva is this week's Junior Spotlight.
So my name's Dominic Boliva, and I'm 18 years old.
Excellent. How long have you been shooting smallbore?
This would be my 5th year. I started in 2021, and I've actually come all 5 years to Camp Perry and shot. And this is my 3rd year shooting the prone matches.
Awesome. Did you get into this from air rifle? How'd you make it into smallbore?
I actually started with smallbore,
Okay.
and then I met my Rochester coaches just through everyday life, and they kind of introduced me to everything all at once.
Yeah.
And it kind of just snowballed from there into traveling with them to matches and coming to CMP Nationals.
Excellent. Are you a rising senior, or have you graduated?
I just graduated.
Congratulations.
So I'm off to college.
Okay.
But, I like to try and start a club team at the college I'm going to.
Yeah.
So I think there aren't enough colleges that do this or know this is a sport, and I'd like to try and increase that at least by 1.
Already planning to start a club team at school? You gotta love that. Now we turn our attention to the Smallbore Team Championship. The top open team is Murray State alumni. The top junior team is Carly's Angels. And the top club team are my new friends from the Rochester Rifle Club. And here's a bonus with the whole gang from Rochester. Finally, the Smallbore Prone Elimination Final goes to Joseph Hahn, with Wigger and Dietrich rounding out the podium. One final package for this week. Correspondent Serena Juknowski wears many hats at Camp Perry. And now that high power has begun, it's her time to shine. We're out here on Viale Range for day 1 of the 800 aggregate, and correspondent Serena Juknowski is on the line, but not to report the action. Serena is an accomplished high-power shooter.
1 round load.
Here she is, 600 prone, putting some data on the gun.
Is the firing line ready?
You go with the first fighter.
Sighters look good. Wind is switchy left to right. This is 20 rounds slow fire, so 2 sighters and then 20 scoring shots in 20 minutes. Last 3 shots go 10, X, and X for a 197 with 7 and a 777 for the day. Fantastic.
It was really fun. It's a little bit sporty out here today, so everybody was largely excited across the whole line to be able to practice some wind reading skills. It's always interesting here at Perry because especially on this little end, you have the tree line and nobody's really sure exactly where that stops, and that blocks some of the wind that you would get farther down the range. So I missed a couple of wind changes, but it just feels so satisfying to see it all come together and have some of those X's. I was just like, gotta keep going, don't even want to check, because if the condition's the same, I just want to still stay in there.
Great stuff. Thanks, Serena. And one final note. All scores reported were up to date at the time of this recording, but changes may have occurred. Check the CMP's competition tracker if you find an error. And we'll see you again here next week for the National Matches Update Show.